Devastating news for dozens of railroad employees here in the Panhandle, as Union Pacific announces nearly 70 employee jobs are on the chopping blocks as it is closing its locomotive repair shop at the South Morrill yard. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, officials with Union Pacific have confirmed that by next February, the locomotive repair shop in South Morrill will close. UP Media Relations Director Jeff DeGraff told KNEB News that the plan is to close the shop by the end of January 2019. He says the closure will impact 68 employees working out of the South Morrill yard. Union Pacific will be working with labor unions on arrangements for impacted employees for seniority-based opportunities to relocate to other locations or to be furloughed. DeGraff says the work that is currently being performed at the South Morrill locomotive repair shop will primarily be transitioned to locations in North Platte and North Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, more information has been released about the harrowing moments leading up to the failed space launch that was carrying astronaut Nick Hague, son of former Gering superintendent Don Hague. Hague and fellow astronaut Alexei Ovchinin blasted off yesterday as scheduled as they began an 18-month trip to the International Space Station, but the Soyuz booster failed minutes after launch. NASA's senior deputy astronaut Reed Wiseman says the booster emergency light came on, indicating an anomaly with the ascent. That triggered the abort motor, which separated the two men from the dangerous booster and back to Earth in their re-entry module.
First thing that we heard them report was that they had sensed weightlessness, and that's because they've been removed from the booster now and they're free falling back to Earth. And then the next call that we had from them was that they were feeling fine. And then the ground teams asked them to engage the ballistic reentry mode, which they did. And we are well trained for all of these events when we're coming back in. And so the crew handled their procedures exactly as planned.
Both men were found safe by search and rescue crews shortly after. This was supposed to be the first space mission for Hague, who joins NASA's astronaut corps in 2013. Well, coming up after the break, snow's in the forecast. Bill breaks it down in your weekend weather forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Why wait? With the affordable John Deere 3E Series tractor, you can clear the chore list in no time. Go from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Bring a 3E home today for just $139 per month. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Now at Arby's, you can get 30 euros for $90. Or for those who aren't trying to cater a Greek family reunion, they're 2 for $6.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
No concerns this evening as we have clear skies coming our way, temps falling into the 40s and then down into the 30s as we start tomorrow. And this sun that we're going to have early tomorrow, hopefully you get out and enjoy it early because things are a-changing. Saturday starts nice, then we have widespread rain coming, turning to snow as temperatures plummet in the afternoon. Accumulations are likely. We will moderate next week and be very nice, but we've got another storm system, and it's one to get to talk about because we do have winter weather advisories out already posted here for Sidney, up through Kimball, Harrisburg, Scottsbluff, over to Torrington, and down to Cheyenne, Wheatland. Those areas under this winter weather advisory starting tomorrow afternoon and evening through maybe 6 o'clock in the evening through early Sunday morning. that is where we're going to be focusing our accumulating snow on. We'll keep an eye on that for you as we go through the next couple of days. 50 yesterday was our high, our low 27. We did have a little precip in the rain gauge too, 300ths out there, in fact, measured yesterday, and we've had a little bit more since midnight. So we've got a little bit of precip getting us closer to our monthly total, and if we don't get some tomorrow night, which we will, that's probably going to be it for several days. Wanted to show you our Viera wireless webcam network. There's nothing happening, which it's been a long time since we've seen that. Look at those clear skies, Gering and Kimball. Beautiful weather conditions out there tonight. Nice to see nothing to talk about on our Viera wireless webcams. Highs so far today, these have been much warmer than where we've been. 58 in Cheyenne, 60 in Torrington and Wheatland, 55 up in Gordon, 57 in Chadron. Very nice conditions out there. That's about where we're at right now. 53 in Salina, 45 up in Norfolk. Here in our areas, we got 50s on the board. Sidney, Oshkosh, Bridgeport, Scotts Bluff, all checking in at 57, 55 in Alliance. Coolest reading we can find right there in Gordon at 50 degrees. Let's look at Futurecast. Tonight's boring. We don't have much to talk about. Clear skies, light winds, a few clouds try to drift through early in the morning hours tomorrow, late night tonight. Nothing really to be concerned about. Lows tonight are going to fall into the 30s, 33 Ogallala, 31 in Alliance, 36 in Chadron, 39 over in Wheatland, almost 40. We haven't had that in highs in a long time until today, and that's going to be the low temperature tonight. Now tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to say, what storm system? Things are looking really nice out there. Notice by noon, here it comes. Here come the winds as well. They're going to come howling out of the north. Right along this front, you'll see the strongest winds are here in portions of South Dakota, and maybe snow starting to sneak into Lusk by noon. Put this in motion, then by afternoon, here come the winds across our area, howling out of the northeast. We could be dealing with some rain. This is going to be a cold rain as temps are going to fall from our highs in the morning tomorrow. And then that rain is going to switch over to snow by tomorrow evening. Snow continuing through 9 o'clock, and as we go on in through midnight in the early morning hours, snow continues across a large swath here of southern portions of the Panhandle, and then by 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning that starts to shift to the south and move away from us. But that's an extended period of snow, and it's coming when darkness is going to be here, and that is going to enhance our chances of accumulations. We'll show you those here in just a moment. 60 tonight, tomorrow for a high in Ogallala. Again, these are morning highs, 52 in Valentine, 46 in Chadron, just 38 in Lusk. We saw that snow sneaking in there by noon or so, and that's because they're going to be a cooler start. We'll be in the low 50s here right in our immediate area, but again, that is going to fall out there fairly quickly. As we look at total forecast precip, we'll put this in motion. We're going to pile up a little bit of precip out there. These numbers aren't updating, but there will be some liquid accumulation to that. Let me show you snowfall totals, because this is what a lot of folks wanting to get to. Less than an inch Ogallala and Mullen, very little Chadron over to Valentine. 1 to 3 inches for Alliance, Sidney, Scotts Bluff, Lusk, Wheatland, and looking likely more in Cheyenne. Let's zoom in closer though, because this 1 to 3 inch range right in here can be a bit deceiving on where you're at. I think 1 to 3 looks pretty good for Alliance, Scotts Bluff, Torrington, Bridgeport. Then just go up a little higher in elevation, maybe 3 to 6 inches for Harrisburg over to LaGrange, and look at Albin, maybe 7 to 10 inches out of this storm system. So there's going to be a band of heavier snow. Where this sets up right now, it looks like just south of Scotts Bluff in the Wildcat Hills and in portions of Banner over into eastern Laramie County seem to be under the gun for the most snowfall. We'll update this again throughout the night and into tomorrow. Stay tuned to KNEB and our social media accounts at KNEB Storm Center to stay up to date. Again, that winter weather advisory starts tomorrow and rolls through the early morning hours on Sunday for a large portion of southeastern Wyoming and then the southwestern portions of the Nebraska Panhandle. Our forecast specifically tonight, clear, nothing happening out there. 31, beautiful night for high school football. For tomorrow, we're going to start the day sunny, then we're going to turn cloudy, rain developing, turning to snow, falling temps, 52-year high. Winds are going to be variable northerly, but 15, 25 miles an hour, not out of the question. In our 7-day forecast, boy, once we get through tomorrow and accumulating snow, we're looking pretty good out there. Cold conditions on Sunday, though. Coldest day of the year so far, 34 for a high. Look at that low Sunday night, 9. That'll be a record low if we get down to that. in the low 40s. We rebound slowly on Monday because we start so cold. Then we get back into the 50s and eventually the 60s as we get into the middle to late portions of next week. So after tomorrow night into Sunday, things looking pretty nice for a stretch of maybe 5 to 7, maybe even 10 days as we go through next weekend.
Now at Arby's, you can get 30 euros for $90. Or for those who aren't trying to cater a Greek family reunion, they're 2 for $6.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Welcome back. Torrington's Goshen Care Center's Joint Powers Board has received a $3 million grant to construct a 30-unit assisted living facility from the Wyoming State Loan and Investment Board. The facility will be built on a 3-acre site in Torrington and aims to meet the demand for assisted living. Additionally, this project will create additional employment opportunities within the Goshen County community. This was one of 6 community grants that was recently approved by the State Loan and Investment Board. Well, the 2018 recipients of the WNCC Alumni and Friends Awards have been announced, with the Lifetime Achievement Award going to Cora Hernandez, Judy Daniels Streeter winning the Outstanding Alumnus Award. This year's Outstanding Young Alumnus Award winner is Gering City Councilman Michael Gillen. The Kara Perkins Meritorious Service Award going to Tom Donahue, and Jim and Cindy Newworth will be getting the Friends of the College Award, and this year's Family Pride Award will be awarded to Marilyn Wimmer and her family. And the Nebraska State Troopers have announced that they have arrested 2 people and seized more than 1,600 pounds of edible marijuana products, THC wax, and marijuana during an I-80 traffic stop near Milford. The NSP says Anthony Iovino and Casey Pichette of North Grafton, Massachusetts were speeding, and during the traffic stop, troopers found 488 boxes, each containing 50 THC candy bars, 465 units of THC wax, and 11 pounds of raw marijuana. The total weight was 1,640 pounds, with an estimated street value topping the $500,000 mark. The men were arrested for possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver and were booked into the Seward County Jail. Well, straight ahead, Hannah and Alex will be in with a recap of the week that was in Ag News. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Monument Mall has been a huge part of the commercial retail market that has served the Scottsbluff-Gering area for well over 2 decades. Many have the misconception that leasing or renting a retail commercial space at Monument Mall is not affordable. On the contrary, our retail spaces have never been more affordable than now. Often having several spaces to choose from for rental or lease options, we have kiosks and retail merchandising units available for your needs to help your business thrive. So don't hesitate, feel free to give us a call. For more information, please contact Krista Pelster, our property manager, at 308-632-6000.
Care Heilbrunn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbrunn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Western Hearing Clinic Ag Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Well, welcome to another October edition of Friday 5, which is presented by the Nebraska Corn Board.
The world of ag has been plenty busy this week, but we're here to bring you back up to speed.
Hannah, kick us off with our number 5 story.
Alrighty, number 5. A day of honor is very much deserved to all the hardworking farmers. National Farmers Day is observed annually on October 12th as a day to pay tribute to all the farmers throughout American history.
Fun fact, Hannah, National Farmers Day was previously known as Old Farmers Day, and this day was chosen because farmers were typically done harvesting by this point. Clearly, that's not the case this year.
That is not the case this year. But here at the Rural Radio Network, we serve all producers of Nebraska every day with our agriculture information. You can always count on us to keep you updated.
Number 4, Hurricane Michael began landfall in the Florida Panhandle region Wednesday, and it was expected to impact Georgia along with the Carolinas, where farmers are still assessing damages from Hurricane Florence.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture is responding with its recently launched Disaster Assistance Discovery tool. The tool is designed to walk producers through the 5 questions. These help them identify personalized results of which USDA disaster assistance programs can help them recover after a natural disaster.
Number 3, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association called for additional flexibility on hours of service rules for livestock haulers at a public listening session Wednesday.
NCBA comments encourage the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration to provide livestock haulers with the flexibility of a split sleeper berth program.
And at number 2 this week, the USDA's National Ag Statistics Service will survey producers in 42 states, including Nebraska, for its County Ag Production Survey, or CAPS.
Their survey produces county-level data for corn, sorghum, soybeans, sunflowers, hay, and dry edible beans. USDA's Farm Service Agency uses the data to carry out producer programs.
The producers are encouraged to respond by mail or online.
President Donald Trump spent Tuesday evening in Council Bluffs, Iowa for a Make America Great Again rally, where he celebrated his most recent announcement.
My administration is protecting ethanol, all right? That's what you want to hear.
Trump made the official announcement about year-round E15 sales at the White House earlier that morning, and many ag groups and lawmakers praised the announcement.
And if you're wondering if any Nebraskans made it to the rally,
before we wrap things up this week, here are the harvest photos that we received last week. So a big thank you to everybody who shared their photos, and hopefully farmers can get back in the fields in the near future.
And that's it for this week's edition of Friday 5 presented by the Nebraska Corn Board.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live, it's still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another town like this around. We've got it all right here in our own backyard. We love this town. We love this town. We love this town.
Well, let's take a look at what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, before we break for the weekend, it's once again time to honor the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. For this week's Star Student of the Week, we make our inaugural appearance at Scottsbluff's Longfellow Elementary, where the entire 5th grade student body convened in the gym. Platte Valley Associates Kevin Figg and Katie Gompert addressed the students, talking about the merits of this week's honoree.
So this person is excited about school and does very well academically. They commit to school activities and enjoy being involved. They're a good sport and always include all people involved and help any way that they can. They're a good student and friend. They're very active and love spending time with their family and friends. They take school very seriously and are a leader in the classroom. They excel outside of the classroom as well. Basketball is their favorite sport, playing guitar, and being a big sister.
Well, we're very happy to announce that the Platte Valley Company Star Student of the Week is Taylor Bright.
After standing front and center, Figg sat down with Taylor for a little Q&A.
Were you surprised that you were nominated? Were you surprised to hear your name called today?
It was like a 50-50 because last month I got Student of the Month 2 times.
Wow.
I did not know why my family was here either. I'm like, why is my family here? Because I'm lunch counting, I take the lunch down and the door was open and I saw my family and then I heard my baby sister yell. I'm like, oh no, why am I here?
Taylor always gets good grades in the classroom, and just this week was elected to the student council.
Why is doing well so important to you?
Because a lot of people are struggling in the world and you want to help them out when they are, so that there's a lot of good people instead of bad people or people who are struggling.
And tell me, what is your favorite subject at school?
I'd have to say reading because I just love to read. You get to learn a lot. You get to learn a lot of different genres like science fiction, past, present, future sometimes for also science fiction, and historical fiction. It's all pretty much all what you like.
What are some of your favorite books?
I'd say Harry Potter, fiction, or geographic books about animals.
Taylor gives credit where credit is due and says her parents helped mold her into the nice person that she is today.
I was kind of like raised to do it this way because my mom and my dad are pretty good people and they always tell me to do what's right.
Taylor also loves being big sister to Lainey, and the Bright family shared some photos of Taylor doing things she loves to do, including riding four-wheelers at her grandparents' ranch, playing basketball, acting in the school play and musical, visiting the aquarium with her sisters, and running the relay in the track and field day at school.
Taylor does the same thing at Longfellow, and we always encourage all of our students to be safe, respectful, and responsible, and Taylor lives that every day. Congratulations to Taylor.
And if you'd like to nominate a deserving K-12 student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pbbank.com. Congratulations once again to Taylor Bright, the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here back on Monday.